Alright, real quick, I just want to talk about my top 5 favorite albums this year. Now see, I was talking about my favorite albums in the last video when we did the GNX review, but I was still ignorant to a few albums out there, so now I'm going to give my top 5. I'm holding this for no reason.
If you run up on me crazy, trust me, I'ma leave you. I'll beat you to you, then I'll win your and they won't suspect nothing. I ain't worried about the fed. Hell, if you don't believe nothing, better heed the words I said.
Woo, nah, man, we can't be talking about that stuff, man. I mean, it's cool, it's what everybody else is talking about, you know what I'm saying? But right. Me and you, we gonna talk about, you know, bringing life, you know what I'm saying? These ain't...
First off, I want to say it's been a really great year for hip-hop. And I know the previous few years has been like a decline for hip-hop. We've lost our #1 spot as a genre. But this year it came back in full force, and it was the controversy that was a part of that, you know what I'm saying? This was the year of so many beefs, not just the Kendrick and Drake. It was Future and Drake, you know what I'm saying? Metro and Drake, Chris Brown and Quavo, Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj, JT and Glorilla. Like, this year was the birth of so many different beefs that it stirred up a whole lot of controversy, but it put eyes back on the culture. Maybe for the wrong reasons, but you know, it is what it is. Either way, there were some really good projects. But before I get into my top 5, I want to give a few honorable mentions. Blue Lips was solid. I only listened through it once, and even then, I don't even know if I finished it, but I did like what I heard. Shout out to Schoolboy Q. ASAP dropped the album, and I feel like I liked it, but I feel like it was more of the same from ASAP, but I'm still giving him the honorable mention. Also giving honorable mention to the Tribe, because we dropped Tribe Radio this year, and I worked my ass off on that joint, you know what I'm saying? And it looks good, it sounds good. All right, technical difficulties, man, we have to go ahead and get right. Anyways, let's just go ahead and get into the top 5. I would love to say it's sponsored by, but you know, since I ain't getting that money yet, y'all don't get no shout out, but I am gonna take my little drop. Ooh, my 5th favorite album or EP this year, Seasonal Depression by Anthony Dolo.
You need to leave!
I am shamelessly plugging myself, but I'm being dead ass serious at the same time. I think I put together a really solid project this year, as opposed from my other few projects that I've done freshman year, sophomore year. When I make those projects, I make them for me, and I'm not really thinking about the consumer. This time I thought about the consumer, but at the same time I was being real authentic, you know what I'm saying? Doing my music the way I want to, and scoping out my identity. Obviously, me still being relatively local, not a lot of people gonna know about it, but they will know about it once they really discover my discography. They're gonna be able to look back on that and they're gonna be like, damn, that's a real solid project. And I'm still not done promoting it, you know what I'm saying? It just came out, we haven't even done the first video for it, so I'm gonna put a lot of promotion into it. I think that's a solid base to start off from, especially since I just changed my name from Dolo Deuce Duke to Anthony Dolo. You get what I'm saying? Technically, it's like a whole new artist, you know what I'm saying? Especially to the algorithm. So my next few steps, I'm going to make them my very best steps, if that makes any sense. Sonically, I thought it was dope, you know what I'm saying? I got numerous producers on there, but Wake and Bake is definitely one of them. Mixed and engineered by me, so it sounds exactly the way I want it to sound. But at the same time, you know, it was short and sweet. I know it's easy to consume. It's relatable. I was trying to explain to people that my project was up there with the best projects this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna explain those projects in a second, but yeah, mine is comfortably in the #5 spot for the best projects and EPs this year. Okay, so #4, I think I'm gonna have to go with We Don't Trust You by Metro and Future. I want to break down why this album is really good to me. I think it's a solid project because it basically came out at the perfect time. When we were watching Avengers Endgame and we were all sitting in the audience just awing over all the things we were seeing, we weren't awing at the fact that it was a cinematic masterpiece. We were awing at the event of what was happening, you know what I'm saying? When Captain America finally held Thor's hammer, it was like, oh my gosh. I literally went to the theater by myself, yet I was to the left of me, to the right of me. Everybody stood and cheered for that part because they understood the event of what was going on. Good times, low-key. Again, Avengers Endgame is not a cinematic masterpiece, but in the event that it came out, that was really important. We Don't Trust You is just like that. The Future and Metro dynamic was actually really solid. A lot of those songs are really bangers. It's actually one of the more personal Future albums if you take a look at it. I feel like he's really voicing like what he needs to get off of his chest, you know what I'm saying? I don't need another fake friend, dog. That might have been the other interesting part about it. Also, Metro as a producer, Metro Boomin, he's been going crazy for the last couple of years, you know what I'm saying? We saw him at Coachella in 2023 or was it 2022? I forget. Either way, his set was awesome. I was turning up like, oh my gosh, I was going up. Metro Boomin is an entertaining guy and he doesn't even rap. I appreciate it because he's really putting eyes back on the producers in a real way. And I think that's going to be the real solid foundation of the new age of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We got to give our producers way more credit than they've been getting. And the obvious reason why it is one of the best albums is because of one song. And that's Like That. If I could be all the way honest with you, Like That is a good song even without Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Future was spazzing on that song. The beat is nasty action, you understand me? The flip of the Eazy-E song was awesome, but it actually was inspired by a 3 6 Mafia song called Riding Spinners.
Baby, I'm riding spinners, they don't step in ambulances if you like that.
That was the exact chop that they used. Metro knew what he was doing. In that aspect, that song is real rooted in Southern history and West Coast history at the same time. That's why it was a beautiful thing when Metro, Future, and Kendrick was all on there. And yeah, Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, he sparked up some real crazy shit. Some real crazy shit with that verse, man. So, fun fact, when I reacted to that video, that was one of my first videos to get actual views, you know what I'm saying? When we reacted to Like That, I had the homie Stokes in here and I had the homegirls in the back. Yeah, so shout out to that song because low-key kickstarted this YouTube career of mine a little bit, you know what I'm saying? All right, enough about that album, let's move on. My third favorite album of the year was Glorious by Glorilla. Do I got a crush on Glorilla? Sure. You know what I'm saying? I feel like her accent is real nice. I feel like she's genuine fun as opposed to a lot of these girls out here. I kind of like the way she pop her shit, if you want me to be real with you. But all of that aside, I actually think her album was better than Megan Thee Stallion's album. It was better than JT's. I'm really thinking about all of her contenders, you know what I'm saying? The turn up girls, you feel me? The bottom line is I feel like she could really put together something cohesive and I see her just growing and growing and growing. She's come a long way from the FNF, if you know what I'm saying. Like, the album is full of bangers, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I'm around the homegirls and we throw on some Glorilla, word for word, bar for bar, you know what I'm saying? They're not complex lyrics, but at the same time, it's hard than a motherfucker. When you hear a room full of people or just a crowd full of people, women and guys low-key, chanting, it's 7 p.m. Friday, it's 95 degrees, I ain't got no bro, like, it's fun to see. And I know Queasy was trying to say, it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying, they do the same thing for Sexy Red. It's like, yeah, but at the same time, there's something special about it's 7 p.m. Friday, it's 95 degrees, because even I can relate to that, you feel me? The nigga part, you know what I'm saying? But then the Wipe Me Down sample, like, come on, like, that shit was fire. Her features were lit. I feel like a lot of those songs were actually charting this year. Is Yeah Go on the album? I think so. She kicked off the year with that song and shit. That was her, like, big return. Hold on, yeah, come on, yeah. This album is actually pretty hard. Had a couple TikTok dances to him, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, she's still very, very relevant. Bro, yeah, that's a solid project, you know what I'm saying? I think this project is gonna go down as a staple of this year as it pertains to, like, the masses of people in a real way. So, shout out to Glorilla. And shout out to Glorilla because she actually came out at the TDE joint. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to her affiliations with the, you know what I'm saying, the Top Dog people, because that's, I don't know, I think that's dope. I don't know where that's gonna go. I don't know what that relationship mean, but that's cool. I don't know. I'm thinking too deep though. My second favorite album this year, oh yeah, you know, I had to go ahead and give it to GNX by Kendrick Lamar. Low-key, I'm gonna be doing 2 number 2 spots because I actually miscounted and I almost forgot. Chronopia came out this year. And you damn well better know that that's one of the best albums this year. So I gotta give respect to Tyler. The fact that he got Sexy Red, Glorilla, and Lil Wayne all on one song, on Sticky, by the way, is cool. That nigga really said, I am that nigga and that bitch. Taking off the mask, man. Shout out to you. I can't be mad at that. And I know them college marching bands is so happy that that came out, because that's, boy, it's like a fever dream for college marching bands, that album. I thought it was really good, and shout out to him, because I'm actually not like a huge Tyler, the Creator fan. But yeah, that was lit. Tyler, the Creator, knew what he was doing when he dropped that joint. But yeah, GNX, that's also number 2 spot. And somebody told me they like Chronopia over GNX. I get it. I'm leaning more toward the GNX, but it's neither here nor there, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick did it again, but Kendrick was having fun this time, you know what I'm saying? Full of bangers. Putting on for the West Coast. Like, what more can I say that hasn't already been said? Reincarnated is a super deep song that I actually misunderstood when I first heard it. When him and God is talking at the end, he's taking on a persona of Lucifer. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, using music as the god of music, saying that he loves war and all of that stuff. And I feel like, I think he was trying to like take it into a transition of what music can be. You know what I'm saying? Almost like a redemption arc, which can be risky and scary, but neither here nor there. And then the first couple of verses, he was rapping in the perspective of past lives and all of that stuff. Really deep song, you know what I'm saying? Luther, really good, you know what I'm saying? The Heart Part 6, the real Heart Part 6, really good. Dodger Blue has grown on me a great deal. What they talking about? They talking about now. What they talking about? They talking about now. What they talking about? It's a really good project, man. So shout out to him. Shout out to Tyler, the Creator, and Kendrick Lamar. Okay, now that we are here. All right, so I feel like the best project this year came from the one and only Doechii. Alligator Bites Never Heal. Wow. I think somebody either described it to her or I don't know. I saw it on the internet somewhere. They said that was like the second coming of Section 80. And when I was listening to it, yo, like, I can agree. Doechii is like a great rapper. Not a great female rapper, a great rapper, period. Man, she just get real introspective on that joint. The beat selections are crazy. Her flow is crazy. The Anxiety song, whoosah, hard. I just saw the Tiny Desk for that joint. That was crazy. I also saw the hair performance where everybody got their hair connected. She's real creative and shit, man. I really like that shit. Nissan Altima, honestly, not even, you know what I'm saying, one of my top songs from that project. That's how you know I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually I'm going off of the singles, but even her big singles was like, oh yeah, that was you just drawing the people in. You actually got some shit to say. She's like, I wonder what they think about this, about a bitch so dark or something like that. Ooh, she was just spitting.
Get this rich or get this bag. I wonder what them labels see in a bitch this black.
Seriously, I've only listened to the project twice, and bro, like, I listened all the way through, and that's saying a lot for me. I don't usually listen through projects like that, you know what I'm saying? So man, shout out to Doechii. I think she's gonna be one of my favorite artists going into 2025, and yeah, she really killed that shit, man. I listened to this project and I was instantly like, yo, I gotta step my shit up. The Boom Bap song was real cool, real nice. I actually liked the production on that. I like the production all the way through. I love her spin on Get Top on the Phone, you know what I'm saying? So she's paying homage to Kendrick Lamar, but the way she did it was way better. Get Top on the Phone. Some of those beats were incredible. And it wasn't just like incredible because it was 808 heavy. Some of them are, but like, you know, it's the actual creativity of the structure of the beats, you know what I'm saying? They were unique beats, but they were interesting to listen to at the same time. It wasn't just like a bunch of stuff being like jammed in your ear, you know what I'm saying? Pause? Yeah, pause on that. Everything was sonically pleasing. So like, you can't even like, I don't know, I really just don't got no complaints on how that album played out. I really was just entertained through and through. And I've only heard it twice. I'm finna fuck around and hear it again tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's a solid piece of work. Doechii been making music too. I actually, the homegirl's cousin or somebody was like managing Doechii a few years ago and was telling me about her. I had opportunities to be in the same room as her. I don't know if those opportunities have passed now, cause you know Doechii is up here now. But you know what I'm saying, I'll climb my ladder too. We gonna see. You know what I'm saying? I dropped a really dope project this year. Doechii dropped a really dope project this year. You get what I'm saying? I do like Doechii a lot more now, and I literally just have respect for her as an MC. You know what I'm saying? Like she's telling the stories. She's telling the stories I want to hear from the perspective of a woman, but like it's still what I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? That's still cool. She very well has the potential to be one of my favorite rappers, period. And I've never gave that title to a woman because, you know what I'm saying, I'm a male, you know what I'm saying? Heterosexual male. I'm viewing the world from that perspective mostly. So a lot of times I find common ground with somebody like that. But Doechii, she has a way of like telling a story that's still awfully relatable, but still authentic to her, you know what I'm saying? And it's interesting, it's dope. She blew me away. What can I say? Like I had heard a few songs before from the project, but now I could confidently say that was the best album or EP or whatever you want to call it. That was the best cohesive project of 2024. Y'all can hop in the comments and beat my ass there if you want to. You can't beat my ass in real life. We are not gonna be fighting. Okay, look, I'm peace bound. Anyways, man, it's your fellow Dolo do. I just realized at the very end of this video, I forgot to put on the fucking Dr. Hip Hop glasses. You know what I'm saying? Because that's supposed to be like my whole identity here. So please forgive me. It's gonna be a unique sort of video, I guess. Also, 'tis the season, you know what I'm saying? Fuck the pagans, but, you know, if that's still your sort of thing, 'tis the season. And shit, yeah, man. Gonna go ahead and log off, man. Peace.
Even drink, I'm not delirious. You think I'm a joke, I'm kinda curious. See, if we got smoke, that's cool. I got plenty of swords. I get the yell in the cold of the Sith Lord. Yelling peace is a lie. There's only passion. The passion that makes it.